So I think American visa interviews are so overrated because tell me why I've been preparing for an interview for months just for you to ask me 2 questions in 2 minutes. So I get to the interview window because the interviewers sit like bank tellers, and then she goes, "Hi, how did you meet your partner?" And then I go, "We met on a safari when he was visiting the country." And then she goes, "How come?" And then I go, "We met through a mutual friend who was his tour guide that links us up." And then the second question was, "Are you relocating with anyone?" And then I say, "Yes." And then she goes, "Who?" And then at that point, I realized I did a mistake because I was not relocating with anyone. I was not relocating with family member, and I was not relocating with any child because I don't have any kids. And then I go and recollect myself and tell her to pardon me. And then she goes, "Stay attentive." And then she goes on to the third question, and then she asked me, "When did you see your partner last?" And then I say, "I saw my partner today because I was lucky enough to have him accompany me for the interview." And then the fourth question was, "Do your partner send you any money?" And then I say, "Yes." And then she goes, "How much?" And then I quote the amount, and then she goes, "Do you have any evidence of your partner sending you the money?" And I say, "Yes." And I had a pile of documents, and then I go forward and remove the documents. I had photocopies of M-Pesa messages, SendWave messages, and Western Union messages. So I go ahead and hand over the documents, and then she goes and gives me a green form, and then she tells me, "Do not sell your items, do not book your plane, do not quit your job if you have any, until you get a message or communication from the American embassy." And that was the end of my interview.